Style Show. You're the best. Thanks for being here again this week. It is so cool to get to connect with you every week like this. Today I'm going to be sharing with you the 5 things that your indie band needs to be doing to grow, and I'm going to be sharing the 5 things that I would be doing in this exact order. You guys, if I were to just have to magically restart my band and start from, scratch, the ground up, these are exactly the 5 things that I would do strategically in order to get the most bang for my buck, so to speak, the least amount of effort exerted to get the biggest payoff. Some of these things we did correct from the beginning, and some of them we didn't, so that's how I've learned. So thing number 1, you need a band name. Once you've got your band kind of figured out, you need to choose your name. We didn't do this until we'd been a band for about 4 months, and we were just in Sean's living room, rehearsing our songs, just jamming around, writing together for months, and we didn't pick our name until we got on our first show in our city. And we got on that just by going to the local shows, hanging out, talking to one of the promoters, one of the club owners, and he was kind enough to throw us on a show. But today, you need a band name because you need to be able to tell other bands like your band name so you can get on their shows. You need the name for the flyer, but you also need it for social media online presence. It's really hard to be like, yeah, I have a band. And they're like, oh yeah, what are you called? I'm gonna look you up. And you're like, oh, we haven't figured that out yet. So step 1, pick your band name. Step 2, develop that online presence. It is so awesome how much ground you can cover by just making it look like you've got your stuff together online. You don't actually have to have your stuff together, you just have to look like it. And I want you to think about this. If you are a club promoter looking for a cool band to throw on your show, or if you're an A&R rep from a label, you find new talent by looking online, not by listening to the radio, not by going to shows old school style. You just Google that stuff and you just check it out. You scour the internet to find the right band. So you need to look like you are the right band that they're looking for. So develop a strong online presence. So a couple ways to do that. Create profiles on band pages like we did Sonic Bids, Pure Volumes, I think bandpage.net was one. I don't even know if these websites still work, but just find the current ones, the ones that work for you, the ones that other bands are putting stuff on, put your stuff on. And then also do social media. You don't have to pick 7 of them. Pick 1 or 2, the ones that are going to be the most interactive here. You want to look impressive, yes, but you actually want to create a real, legit, authentic connection with the people that are kind enough to follow you. So yeah, it's worth it to spend some time replying to comments, favoriting tweets, actually interacting with people who are caring about your band right from the beginning. So because that online presence is so important and such a smart way to market yourself, like from the comfort of your living room in your pajamas, like with, 0 actual effort exerted. The third thing that you need is pictures. And I thought about this for a long time. Is pictures more important or music more important? From the beginning, pictures are easier to take, much cheaper, and they speak so loudly about your band. And think about this. If somebody's headed to, let's say, your Facebook page or whatever, they see your profile picture way before they're ever gonna find the little music tab and click play and actually listen to your song. Same thing on YouTube, the visual aspect, that little sidebar there where we're picking what video we want to watch next, is because of the thumbnail, the visual aspect happens before we actually hear something. So that's why I would recommend, get some pictures taken. For us, we hired some kid, I think his name was Pat, and he had taken pictures at some of the local shows and he looked like he had a fancy camera. So I think we paid him like $50 to take some professional pictures of us, and we did our best with it. Today though, if I didn't have any money to invest in something like that, I would just have my mom take a picture of me and my bandmates at rehearsal. Literally, that's how simple it can be. You just want that visual connection because you want the club promoter or the A&R person to know that you at least look like a cool, compelling, fascinating band. All right, so the 4th thing actually is music. Here we get to the funner stuff. For us, we recorded 3 demos for $600 a piece with this little house studio in Ohio after we'd been a band for about 6 months. And we invested that $1,800 in the songs plus about $1,000 through disc makers, which I believe got us several of these little EPs and that we sold for $5 a piece at our shows. But that's even more powerful than actually printing little EPs to, network with at a festival or to sell at your shows. Much more powerful than that is actually having the song available on that Facebook page, on your website. I'm referencing Facebook. I know it's old school, but it's, I think, a really still powerful platform for bands because of the interaction aspect, and you're able to customize it much more like a website than, say, your Twitter feed, you know what I'm saying? So get get your music out there, you are going to be able to find so many cheap options, even cheaper than 600 bucks a song, because everyone and their mom can use GarageBand now, like, which is awesome. I love that. I love the accessibility of it. You have no excuse not to have at least a crappy sounding demo up. And if you really want to skip all the hassle involved and all the money involved with getting a demo, like, at least, again, have your mama record the audio or the visual of your rehearsal, so at least the listener gets an idea. Like, you don't need to waste your time describing, we're an alternative pop punk band with these influences. Like, they need to hear it, okay? And you want to be doing something so cool, so different, so unique anyway that you couldn't actually describe it by putting it in words or listing your influences. All right, thing number 5 is the best part, and that is play a show. We didn't go in this order. We played a show like as soon as we humanly could because, like, let's face it, that's why you want to be a freaking musician, right? It's not so you can have a cool, like, Pure Volume page. It's because you want to be playing your shows live. You want to be interacting with people. I totally get that. But just, like, being real here, playing shows are a lot of work and they cost a lot of money and they're difficult to get on as a young band. And I remember we had to, work day jobs to afford to go to the shows at night and to drive the hours up to the next city, sleeping in the van, a lot of hustling. It's like a 8-hour day once you start with loading in and then sound checking and then waiting for the headlining band to sound check and then you're on. Like, it's a lot of effort. Yes, it's worth it. It's a lot of fun. But you get a much bigger payoff, I think, through putting your effort into actually making it look like you're a legit band online. Like, for real, because like I said, A&R guys aren't coming to your show to find you anymore. That's not how it works. They're going online. But that being said, they also want to know that you are good enough, big enough, professional enough to have a live show together. Basically, that means that you have bandmates, you know how to play your instruments, you actually have some songs, and that's a really good thing too about playing shows and then doing the demo versus what I just was saying earlier, because when you play shows live, you can determine what your strongest songs are. The ones that people are resonating with the most, those are the ones that you pick and throw onto your demo. So that's what I have for you. Those are the 5 things that I would be doing if I had to start from scratch, start from the ground up and just build my band. A lot of people, they want to do the fun stuff, they want to do the glamorous stuff, and so they are willing to put in the extra work to maybe not go the smart route. That's totally fine. You can do it however you want, but I'm just saying, if you want, like I said from the beginning, the biggest bang for your buck, the highest return on your effort, these are the 5 things that you need to do in the order that you need to do them. So I hope this was helpful, fun for you guys. It's always fun for me. I just love getting to connect with you like this every freaking week. You are the best. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, subscribe right here. We have over 13,000 of you already subscribed. 13,000 of you can't be wrong. Am I right? So the rest of you who aren't with it yet, subscribe right here. And that way you will know every time a new video comes out, you'll be one of the first to hear about it. I love you so much. Have a good week. Bye.